We are 1 week away from Night of Champions. We're going to make our predictions here, and we're going to talk about the continued drama of AEW, CM Punk, The Elite, and Collision. What it means for Collision. Welcome to the Wrestling Council.
What's going on?
Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Comic Book Bob. Joined as always by my good friend Hollywood Frank.
HW, baby!
You can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, talking about all the news in wrestling. I'm reworking the intro, so that's why I went with the black one this week. So yeah, I'm working on fixing that, making it better, so that it feels the whole screen and doesn't look like a piece of shit. But anyway, real quick, as always, go ahead and see here. And I'm going to check in with everybody. How was your week, man?
It was good. My first full week at my new job, because I did training for 6 weeks, and then I'm officially front of house bar / sous chef at my new store.
Yep. Leg kick was first. Appreciate that leg kick. Hell, brother. Big Daddy, the Guardian of Chaos. Got in here early. What's up, sir? We gotta get Big Daddy on here one of these days and pick his brain about all this crap that's been going on, man. Because God, it's nuts.
Gotta get Big Daddy in here for a watch along party.
Yeah. Maldacito, what's up, people in here? What's up, people near here? How you may rejoice. Thanks, Maldacito. Be careful going home, brother. Hicks Villains, what's up? What's up, Hicks Villain?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
And Courtney, Miss Courtney. How you doing, Courtney? Good to see you. Man. What the? Oh, shit. My screen just changed real quick. But anyway, yeah, we got, what is it? Night of Champions is coming up. Collision. Yep. Collision's going to be coming up here very shortly. We were supposed to get the third announcement from Tony Khan on Wednesday. But I think they're scrambling, desperate, trying to see if we can get Punk on that show, because I think without him, I think they think that show is dead, man.
Who?
Like he said, Jay White versus Starks is good, bad. The no sense of direction AEW seems to have. Ugly injuries. Yes. His name, Liv Morgan. Yep, we're going to talk about that. Jay leg kick banger in the lead there a little bit, but appreciate it, brother. Yeah, you guys go ahead, post your good, bad, and ugly in there. But
follow us. Our Twitter handles are right down there.
Yes, follow us there. We also have links in the description, as well as links to going and buying that shirt. Man, go ahead and get that shirt.
Yeah, and check out that guy, Mr. Big Daddy, Guardian of Chaos.
Yes, yeah, always. Check out everybody that comes in here. But
and Courtney has her show too.
Yep. Not sure if they're doing it right now, but yeah.
Here he comes. Here's our trio.
Jungle Dead Baby. Dude, he did straight up fall on his head.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Doing good. How about you guys?
What
are we talking about?
Jungle Dead Period. You related to Drop Dead Fred?
Oh my God.
He's like the black sheep of the family. We don't talk about him.
God.
9 10.
Anyway, I'm gonna get into our segment, a little something we like to call Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It is that man's turn this week. Frank, what do you got?
First, on a serious note, just have to say rest in peace to the Superstar Billy Graham
Yep.
passed away, 79 years old.
The guy who was Hulk Hogan before Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
But yep, managed by the Grand Wizard.
He had his ups and downs with Vince.
Yep.
But there's no denying. I mean, he was one of the best.
Yeah, he was awesome, man. I remember. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, dude, there was a lot of deaths this week. Ray Stevens, the actor. If you guys ever watched Rome, the series, he also was in Punisher Warzone. He passed away.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I'm sure Big Daddy has some stories about Billy Graham he can talk about.
Like I said, man, learn from the learning tree.
But yeah, so moving on. The good. Not a whole lot, you know. Raw.
What are you
Rampage.
talking about?
SmackDown this week was taped last week. So yeah, Superstar was Jesse the body before Jesse had a body. Yep.
Yeah, both of them, man.
But the good is Rob's got a new four, I guess, because you got Kenny, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Page. Return of Hangman.
Yes.
To help even the odds with Blackpool Combat Club and Don Callis. Having Page come out just to way to end the show on Dynamite last week was
dude, 3 freaking years in the making. Come on. But
yeah, but that was the good, just to return of Hangman Adam Page. So hopefully we'll continue that storyline and they'll do right with that. The bad. Everything else.
Let it out, man. Let's go.
the bad is I don't know what AEW's doing.
Man,
is he returning? Is he not returning? You know, is Collision gonna be in Chicago for the first show? Is it gonna be a daily place in Florida for the first show? CM Punk wants Ace Steel back. Is he back? Is he not back?
Well, he is back in the company. Apparently, he was gonna be back at the show.
He's working remotely from home or whatever. I don't know.
It's a big freaking mess, man. And to be honest, you know, like one piece of information comes out and then it gets contradicted, and then the inmates are running the asylum over there, man.
The only good thing I can say about that is Brian Danielson is supposed to be doing creative for Collision.
Thank God. You know, he needs to do, like I said, like we talked about it, man. Tony needs to stop trying to micromanage everything. He's not Vince McMahon. He's too much of a nice guy. He wants to make everybody happy. You can't. You got to be the boss.
No.
So
Tony Khan is Dark Helmet with his toys. Told you that.
Yeah, he's dark. Yeah, that's a good as he's got his toys, and he. Oh my God,
Andy Ugly! It's time once again for wrestlers to jump aboard the injury train. Woo-hoo.
Oh God, yeah.
Dakota Kai ACL out in the same match that Liv Morgan was hurt. And Dakota Kai got hurt, from what I was reading, trying to protect Liv Morgan because Liv Morgan was hurt. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty crazy, man. There's injury after injury after injury this week.
Forbidden Door coming close.
So you've got Mercedes injured. I don't know what extent she was injured. You got.
I heard it was a broken ankle.
Yeah, they said that. Then someone said it was that it had been a fractured leg, and then, but there has been no there's been no official word on it though. But she's injured. She's gonna be on the shelf for a while.
Yeah.
So no forbidden door for her.
Yeah. But it's you hate to see it. I mean,
Yeah.
the smart thing is Liv Morgan's out,
Mm-hmm.
and WWE does the right thing, whether you like it or not, because it's not really an important title.
No.
But they took the titles off of Raquel and Liv Morgan, where
Yeah.
AEW would probably go, "Oh, no,
Interim champion.
interim tag team champions,"
and then they get injured. Interim champions. Oh God, dude. That
so
was
at least the right thing was done in that part.
Yeah.
But you hate to see anybody get hurt. I mean, people think, "Oh yeah, it's fake. Oh, it's scripted." Okay,
Yeah.
it could still get hurt.
Well,
as you
it's
can
like,
see.
you know, it's scripted, but it ain't fake. It's like DDP said, man, you can't fake gravity.
Nope.
So, and they all fell victim to gravity. And Jungle Boy is lucky he wasn't on that list.
Did we lose Rob?
We did for a minute.
No.
There, Bob.
Yeah. I'm here.
Rob, you're frozen.
You're roboting.
I am?
Yeah, you were.
You
Oh,
were.
God, I am. Okay. What the heck?
All right.
Dude, everything is messed up around here.
Courtney, they did put Shotzi with Raquel. I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they had to. They had because Liv's going to be on the shelf for a while.
Yeah, and I expect Shayna and Rousey to come out as new tag champions.
Yeah, and honestly, you know what? She needs to Raquel needs to be pushed. As a single star.
She does.
She's. I mean, like if you do her right, man, she could be potentially on the same level as Rhea. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, someone told me that too. They said StreamYard's been glitching really bad. I'm looking at my connection. My connection looks good now though. So,
Domo arigato, Mr. Bobato.
Yes, sir. Apologize to that. Okay.
All right, I'm done. That's my GBU. Your turn.
All right. So my good AEW finally pulls the trigger on reuniting the Elite after 3 years.
Isn't that what I just said?
Oh my God. Yeah, but I really want to emphasize this, man. Do you have any idea how long they have been dragging this freaking thing out?
As long as Roman Reigns has been champion.
Oh my God, man. And time is like, and I get it. Kenny was injured. They didn't want to do it until he came back. And then he came back and all this other drama and stuff happened and they were off TV for a couple months. But man, how good did it finally feel when this is like, finally we're going to get this match and then we can move on. But there might be another wrinkle in it. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Rob's new four horsemen.
Yeah. But no. AEW finally pulled the trigger on the Elite. Main event of Raw was good, man. The 6-man tag between Sammy and Kevin and Riddle versus Imperium. It was good. It's good. It's good. But and then also got me, man. New Japan, Best of Super Juniors. It's been awesome. I love it. Nobody does tournaments like those guys. So that's my good. The bad. Cody versus Brock makes no freaking sense. And even the naysayers are starting to realize that the only way this would have mattered is if Cody was the champ. The only way it makes sense is if Cody's the champ. And if this falls flat, which it seems like it's going to, because nobody cares about this match. Nobody cares about it. And if it falls flat, like everyone's saying, Cody may not look, Cody's going to be fine no matter what. Yeah. Okay. But he is not going to, we said it before. I'll say it again and I'll stand by it. They had a chance to make the next John Cena. They had the chance to make the next superstar at WrestleMania and they blew it. They blew it because they don't want that. And so it's never going to reach that level again. The fervor is never going to reach that level. So, and even WWE knows that this new world title is bullshit. because even AJ Styles said it feels like a consolation prize. So when you got your own people saying that the thing doesn't matter, it's nobody. This impression of that belt. If they put that belt on Seth and they need to let Seth go on a really, really good run, they might make that belt matter. But at no point is it going to reach the same level as where Roman's at. And they need to just combine the two belts, because right now they're still saying that he's the SmackDown, the Universal Champion, and the Raw Champion. So they need to combine those into just the Universal Undisputed Champion, and then leave it at that. Because it's it's bullshit. None of this stuff matters. Now, is the wrestling, now the matches on the show going to be great? Yes, matches are going to be awesome, but none of it matters. And then just to add another bad to this, man, I don't know what the hell's going on with AEW. I really don't. It is just, this week's Dynamite was just all over the freaking place, man. There were a couple of good matches, a couple of decent storyline things, but overall, it was just, it almost feels like the entire company's just in a holding pattern. They don't know, and especially the women's division. The women's matches were, there was one decent women's match, and the rest of it was just meh. So, and then same thing with WWE, man. It's like, I don't know what's going on with women's wrestling. It took a nosedive. It's an ugly belt anyway. It needs to be a belt for the women. Jeez. It's WWE's way of saying we don't leave WWE and get better. WWE is the only thing that matters, so put it on the starfish paint. Lake Kick says the only way to make the new title worth anything is to have AJ beat Roman for half of his titles. I tell you what, man, I don't know what's going on.
It's like AJ said, if Roman has the Raw titles and the SmackDown titles, what is this?
Yeah, basically, it's what does it matter? But and then my ugly, the injuries, and I've got the injury list. Are you ready for this?
Lay it on me, Big Daddy.
Do we have tonight?
Yes, yeah. This is just this last week, guys. Mercedes Moné, Taiji Ishimori, Liv Morgan, Dakota Kai, Mark Davis of Aussie Open. That's all in one freaking week. So Aussie Open were the IWGP Strong and the New Japan Strong and IWGP World Tag titles. Now they had to drop the belts because he's out. He's on the shelf. He had to have friggin' surgery. Dakota Kai's out for I can't remember how long. She's going to be out for a while. Liv Morgan's going to be out for a while. They had to drop their belts. Taiji Ishimori was in the middle of the freaking Best of Super Juniors tournament. He's out. Mercedes Moné was supposed to be the next big thing in women's on the indie circuit for women's wrestling. Everyone was predicting her to show up at Forbidden Door. She was going to go on to AEW, bigger and better things. She's out, and in a match that was just ugly, just dog shit ugly. Poor Willow Nightingale, she had to try to improvise and figure out what the hell to do. And yes, Dylan, I agree with you 100%. AEW has at times been very spotty with their booking, but recently it's just been it's been worse than it's ever been. And they're about to lose Liv and Charlotte for a while to film a movie too. Well, Liv's out because of the injury, and Charlotte's leaving for a film. Seth is going to be gone for a couple of weeks, but he'll be back. But yeah, it's like this week, man, it was just injury. And a lot of it happened at the New Japan show.
Yep.
And it was
So
bad. Yeah, go ahead.
The guy from Aussie Open that got hurt, was he the one that was going after Pockets or the other one?
No. Mark Davis is he's the big one.
Okay.
He's the bigger guy. Yeah. What about Kingston challenging Kenta? That was cool. I'm all about Kingston going after Kenta. And I'll tell you what, man, that match that Kenta had with Hikuleo, dude, I was real worried that we were going to have another person to put on that freaking list because that freaking power bomb through that table was ugly, man. But May took herself out before they fed her to Jade. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what, they got to figure out what they're doing with her because it's her losing is long overdue. Like I said, she looks great. She's got a great gimmick and everything, but man, right now it's very one note and it's over.
The new addition to AEW is going to beat Jade for the title.
And who's the new addition?
Karen Angle Jarrett.
Oh, for fuck, God! I will reach through this camera and smack you, dude.
In a triple threat with Marina Shafir.
Yeah, Marina Shafir.
Marina Shafir kind of disappeared, man. Anyway, that's my good, my bad, my ugly. Johnny, you got anything you want to add?
Two things that I want to put out there. Something I saw just before the show. Nick Khan talking about SmackDown possibly becoming a 3-hour show.
Oh God!
Please don't.
I saw this just before getting in here.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nick Khan did an interview, and he talked about two things that I think both would be awful. One, Raw being moved off of USA and going somewhere else, and I think that would be terrible. And the possibility of SmackDown going to 3 hours. If SmackDown goes to 3 hours, I'm checking the hell out, dude. I can't do 3 hour shows. I can't in a week, dude. I'm already watching almost 20 hours of wrestling a week.
It's that plus Dynamite plus Collision plus Ring of Honor and whatever you want to see at New Japan.
I watch just from AEW. I watch right now 5 hours of wrestling a week.
I'm gonna be honest. I gave up on Rampage, dude. I'm sorry.
It's going to 7 after this. That's 7 hours just from AEW. If friggin' WWE goes, if SmackDown goes to 3 hours, that's 8 hours from WWE. And then I'm also watching friggin' New Japan. Dude, I'm gonna want to put a gun in my mouth.
And then you got Nick Khan coming out and saying that they considering making the 3rd hour of Raw more adult content.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's bring back the bra and panty shows, boys.
They already tried Raw Underground. That didn't work out too well.
We're bringing Eva Marie back.
Well, it's Vince, dude. So you know
we're bringing Sable. We're bringing Sable back.
Oh boy, no.
I miss Rampage because of their whack-a-mole time slot. Yeah, and that's the thing. Rampage, they need to move Rampage to a different time slot because that's what's killing it.
Well,
Kick, I agree.
Playoffs are almost over.
The new show should have just been Ring of Honor. Just move Ring of Honor to television, to regular television. But Time Warner Warner Discovery didn't want to do that. And honestly, I think Warner Discovery are calling the shots a lot more than people think they are. And that's why a lot of this crap is happening.
I know people want it to be a separate company, but could they just call the show Ring of Honor and made it an AEW show?
What do you mean? It is.
No, I'm talking about Collision. I'm talking about Collision.
Oh, well, that's what everybody's asking. Is like if the whole thing is that they just wanted more shows, why didn't you put Ring of Honor on TV? Just call it AEW Ring of Honor. You know what I mean? And there you go. There's your. And apparently, the big stigma they had was that they were worried that people would think that the shows were in competition with each other. And it was like, it's stupid, but anyway.
And then they said Rampage is supposed to be for the NXT version.
Yeah, it's basically Rampage is going to become dark, is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to become their developmental show, which I don't know how that's going to work.
So you put a developmental show on TV, but you won't put Ring of Honor on TV.
Dude, what do you want me to tell you, man? From what I understand, it was because it was the name. The name was the big sticking point that they had, which I don't understand. I think it's stupid. But
the only, well, hopefully with Collision, we can finally see guys like Andrade and Miro
that's-
wrestling again.
Well, he was
apparently-
surprised about that.
Well, that was apparently the plan, is that a lot of these guys that have trouble with other people in the locker room were going to be separated and they were going to be on the other show.
They just forgot to tell them. Did you see that Andrade didn't know he was gonna be in it until he
Yeah,
saw the
yeah.
graphics?
Yeah. And here's the thing. We don't even know if their original plan is going to go forward because this crap that happened with CM Punk involving Ace Steel and Punk basically pulling a diva move and getting his friggin', stand in his crotch again. It's just,
And if they're doing if they're doing a hard split, how long till they have a world title on Collision?
Not gonna happen. Mm-mm.
dude, don't say that. Don't say that.
I don't think that can happen.
Dude, I would be surprised if they made it.
They're gonna have to put some kind of title on that show.
No, especially because he said that the champions are gonna be on both shows. The champions are not gonna be exclusive.
I understand that, but at some point, dude, he has issues with a lot of Punk has issues with a lot of people in AEW right now. Okay. So does Andrade and a couple others. That's why they're going to be on that other show. They're going to be separated from people. Same thing with Thunder Rosa. She was supposed to be a mainstay over on Collision, but with Punk, now it's like, what's going to happen now, man? It's everything is up in the air. And honestly, with everything that's happened, I'm starting to think that maybe the Punk coming back isn't going to matter because I think the well's been poisoned.
Also, if they need a title on each show, one's gonna be just the TNT, unless Tony's crazy on cocaine.
See, right
I don't
there.
know.
Even Dylan agrees with me.
Yeah. I could 100% see a belt on Collision.
Sheesh.
100%, because they want to have some kind of representation on there that's going to be exclusive. That's why they made the TBS belt and the TNT belt, so that they would have exclusive representation on both those shows.
It was said that the international, the thing that Orange Cassidy has, was being elevated for that reason.
True, and the working theory is that he's going to drop that belt to Miro, who's going to be over on Collision. But is that belt been at this point? I think that belt's been elevated beyond the TNT title.
Yeah,
I think the TNT title is a joke now. But is that going to be the same as having a major title on that show? Unless you're going to have the world champion over there.
If they let Miro do what he was doing with the TNT title, yes.
Oh, if they let him do the Redeemer character and they book him and don't book him stupid like they've done every big man on the show in the last year and a half, then yeah. But I don't have any, dude. At this point, I have no faith in Tony not to jack this thing up.
None of us does.
Well, you have, like I said, you have Bryan Danielson helping with creative, so hopefully
That's the
he has
one
some
thing that
kind of
gives me hope on that.
And Hicks Villain, where's it at? I see them sneaking the Ring of Honor title on the new show. The problem I had with that is that it makes Ring of Honor
Pointless.
on what is it?
It's on Honor Club.
Honor Club. It makes Ring of Honor title match, make Ring of Honor irrelevant if you're going to have the title on Collision.
Yeah.
People,
I don't mind if they have a Ring of Honor match over there every once in a while that has something that then that exclusively does something over on Ring of Honor.
That's the only way you're gonna get people to sign on their club is to show them on TV every once in a while.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something right now. The Ring of Honor show has been the best show that AEW's been putting on.
That's why we need to show a little bit of that to more people.
Well, that's why I said I don't understand why they didn't make some kind of capitulation to get that thing on television. But Tony doesn't know how to book big men. I'm sorry, he just doesn't.
Well, if you're going with the idea they've been talking about putting Ring of Honor after Collision, so you're going to see Collision, you're going to stay and watch Ring of Honor taping.
Yeah.
With Ring of Honor being on the road, maybe that'll help get some more exposure for it.
Yeah, and I worry, and honestly, I think you're right. I think we're going to see Ring of Honor bleed over into Collision. Specifically, especially if Punk does end up on that show, and I do think he is going to end up on the show, because I think when push comes to shove, Tony's going to give him what he wants. Because Warner Discovery want Punk on that show, and I think that's a big reason why they gave him that money to put him on that show.
If he gets his way into working with Joe, then Ring of Honor is going to tie in huge with his first feud.
Because Punk wants Ring of Honor to tie in,
Right.
So, and I think that's going to hurt Ring of Honor going forward. Like the actual Ring of Honor show, it's going to hurt that show, because, like you said, if they can see the world champion and all the other titles defended over on Collision, why are they going to buy Honor Club? So,
do they have the catalog on there, or just the live shows?
What'd you say?
Do they have the catalog of the old Ring of Honor shows,
Yes.
or just
Yes.
So I can see that helping actually.
Yep.
Yeah, Tony Khan bought everything. The tape.
He bought
Yeah,
the
they
entire
did.
library. Yeah.
Yeah. Just wanted to know if he put it up.
I'm pretty
'Cause
sure
if
it
it's
is.
there,
Yeah.
then he can push that old trilogy of Punk and Joe right now. That would be the best thing he could do.
Hicks Villain, I do think it was past 100,000, but it wasn't much. It's enough that they consider it a success. But as far as like, it's not going to move the needle any further for Ring of Honor. How about Ring of Honor Collision? I just said, why don't you call it AEW's Ring of Honor? You know? And yes, I understand that people want like the diehard fans want Ring of Honor to stay its own thing. Unfortunately, that ship has sailed. It's, the old Ring of Honor is dead. Okay. Now they're doing a good job of trying to honor it on that show. But if the big like I said, if the big sticking point with Warner Discovery was the name, then change the name. You got to get that product out in front of as many eyes as possible. And an Honor Club just ain't doing it.
Ring of Honor is like ECW.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of in that same niche area right now. And if they don't do something to get it on television and in front of more eyes, this is as far as it's going to go.
Yeah. ECW had its niche and it had its following when it was Paul Heyman, but as soon as he sold it to McMahon,
that was the end.
It was ECW in name only.
Yeah. And but anyway, honestly, like my final thought on this, because we got to get over to start talking about our predictions.
Yeah.
My final thought on it is without Punk, Collision falls. I don't think Collision will. I think without, because they built that entire show around him.
Would be Rampage on Saturdays.
It's not, because here's the thing, it's not in as bad a time slot as a Rampage, but it's going up against a lot more competition than Rampage does. Like, and there's just too much content. It's going up against football, it's going up against basketball, it's going up against baseball. It's on Saturday. Dude, it's on Saturday night.
Yeah. Basketball is almost over. The finals are getting ready to start. So you only got a week and a half, 2 weeks left of basketball. And
the sales numbers for the second Collision tapings have been pretty bad.
They've been bad. Yeah. They've been really bad. Like the initial sales for the first episode were pretty good because everybody thought Punk was coming back. Well, that's the other thing too, man. Like I said, at this point, I think the situation with Punk is poisoned the well. I think regardless of what happens, you're going to have detractors, and there's going to be people that are just not going to watch the product because they're sick of the bullshit and the drama. But here's the other thing: Punk's not going to re-sign with AEW when his contract's over. There's no freaking, and the only way he signs with them is if they basically kiss his ass and just lay the red carpet out and just tell him he can have whatever he wants. And if they but beyond that, like, I honestly think that they would have been in a better situation if he had never showed up.
Well, they're pretty much telling him that right now if they're bringing Ace Steel back and giving him his own show.
Yeah. Well, if they bring Ace Steel back, that's basically what's happening. Collision is going to be Punk's show. It's going and here's the thing. Tony's going to do it. He's going to give him what he wants because he knows that, and I think he's being pressured by Warner Discovery to get Punk back on television. And regardless of like again, like I said, Tony's greatest strength is also his greatest weakness. Everybody likes him. He wants everybody to like him, but you can't be that way because you got to be the boss. And he's not going to hire somebody to be his sheriff. So this is what's going to happen. Dylan, Saturday nights when all the pay-per-views are as well, UFC boxing and some W pay-per-views have moved to Saturday night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's they're going to be up against stiff competition at all times. So, and here's the thing. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it does successful. I hope it's successful. I hope they right the ship. Maybe things smooth out. I just don't see it happening.
Right.
But
you also got to look at, they're up against pay-per-view, stuff like that. And they're the big boys, WWE. But WWE 17 weeks out of the year is up against Monday Night Football.
Yep. And they get their ass kicked. So, but it's Monday Night Football. But anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Like tomorrow's gonna be very telling about what's gonna happen. So if he
says Chicago,
if he says Chicago, Punk's coming back. If he says Daly's place, he's not. So we'll see. But moving on, WWE Night of Champions. We got the card. I think there's probably going to be one or two more matches added to this. Because right now I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 matches right now. Usually they put on like a. Well, actually, I don't know. See, what other titles can they defend? Because they got Becky. That's a singles match. I don't even know why they're on there because they're not champions. Same thing with Brock and Cody. They're not champions either. You got both women's titles being defended. You got both
tag titles being defended too, don't you?
Yep, both tag titles being defended. Yep. And then for the world title, the only other title they could defend would be the U.S. title, which we may very well get that added.
Yeah, the only title I guess that's not being online is Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Well, he can't because he's in the tag match.
Yeah,
which I think is stupid, but there you go. And then someone said that there's a possibility that the women's tag belts will be decided there as well.
We just talked about that. They are.
Yeah. As
far as I know.
Well, they haven't announced it. They haven't announced it yet, but more than likely they will. But the matches we got. All right, let's run them through them. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. I don't give a shit.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, Becky's gonna win. There's no way. Which I will say though, their little segment that they had on was it that promo that they did at the end?
With their signing.
Yeah. It was
contract signing.
It wasn't the best, but it did have also an awesome closing line because she brought up that whole time when Vince made Trish bark like a dog, which just made me crack the hell up. Cody should do what his dad did: take a baseball bat to Brock and pile drive him through the table. There you go. But yeah, I think Becky wins that all the way. There's no reason for Trish to win that match. It doesn't do anything for her. She's not going to be around very long. Now this match I'm interested in: Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Do they pull the trigger and they have Belair turn heel here? I think they do.
Well, because Asuka right now is the heel.
This is the thing that drives me crazy about this. She's been a heel for a while now. And then, she didn't. She's been a heel. She's been acting like a heel and being presented as a heel since their match at WrestleMania. Trish's powers are cleavage, and she's wrestling in a place where she's covered up. No,
I think they might. I think they might start the
turn.
For the turn, but I don't think it's a full blown turn.
I think they should. I think it should be Asuka. Because here's the thing: at this point, Bianca's got nobody else to wrestle. She's beating everybody, and and you saw the reaction when she was up against Zelina Vega, and up against when she went against Asuka and Zelina Vega. The fans are clearly behind her opponents. So,
Io Sky, you mean?
Io Sky.
Io, I mean, Io. I'm sorry, yeah. But even in her match against Asuka,
But they've been talking about turning her and Street Profits heels.
Yeah, they're talking about doing them both together at the same time.
Yeah, but the Street Profits aren't going to be there, so that's why I'm saying.
Well, I mean, they don't.
You would hold off on the full blown heel turn.
Yeah, I agree. I think Asuka should win. I think they should give her one last run before she retires, and she is retiring after her contract runs out, from what I understand.
And maybe Asuka wins, and then
I think Asuka
after the match. Then maybe after the match,
Bianca beats her down.
Beats it down.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could see that. And like I said, I personally think I think Asuka deserves one last run. Because her the run she had last time, they didn't book her very well, and it was also during the whole COVID thing. So, but Bianca's been a great champion, man. I mean, it's not a problem with her. I just think at this point it's diminishing returns because she's beating everybody.
Yep.
They need to kind of like let her go do some other matches and then bring her back at another point. Asuka wrestled Murder Grandpa. She should beat Belair. Yeah. Dude, did you ever see that freaking video? Dude, she freaking had a match with Minoru Suzuki and he blasted her in the face, dude. Like it's freaking, I mean, like, of course he did. He's Minoru Suzuki. But it was awesome. Dude, it was like, you're dead. But yeah, if I'm booking this, Asuka wins. I get the film. I think you're right, though. I think Bianca's going to win, and then they're going to turn her heel later. I would start to turn the heel turn right there, though. What do you think, Johnny?
Do I agree that Asuka should win? Yes. Do I think she's gonna?
Yeah, I don't think so either. Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. Rhea Ripley ain't no damn way in hell Rhea Ripley's losing that match.
Yeah.
And why is she wrestling Natalya in the first place? Why isn't she wrestling like Raquel Gonzalez? I don't get it. It's this again. This is one of those nonsensical pairings that doesn't make any sense to me, and it shows you where WWE's women's division is. It's in a shambles. But yeah, I got Rhea.
Yep.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
All the way.
Yeah.
All right. Mustafa Ali versus Gunther. Gunther's going to kill him.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I know he'll probably have a better match than he usually does. He won't get as buried as he normally does, but there ain't no way Mustafa Ali's.
He needs to get a life. It's like Brock said.
Well,
that was just a weird moment.
If
man.
he re-signs with WWE, he's an idiot. He needs to go somewhere else.
He'll get a big pop. He'll get a big pop, but he ain't winning.
Oh, he'll get a huge pop because it's in Saudi Arabia, but he ain't winning.
Maybe he got it beat out of him. I mean, now it's just for the money, just for the work. Maybe,
dude. Now, if it was me, I would have him beat Gunther. I'd still have Gunther like kill him for most of the match because it's freaking Gunther. But I think Mustafa Ali would be a great Intercontinental Champion. I think if you stop treating him like a goofball and let the man work, because he's one of the best high flyers in the industry. Guy's awesome. So let the guy work and put the freaking belt on him, let the guy work and let him let him elevate himself. But they're not going to do that.
I half agree with you. Like, would he be a great champion? Yes. Is it the right time to have him beat Gunther? No.
One word for you why they would never put a title on Mustafa Ali.
What is that?
One word.
Vince.
Retribution.
Oof.
I don't care, dude. At this point, nobody cares about that.
I didn't remember that thing. That was a thing.
He went from mid card to immediately getting into titles. Dude, he wasn't even mid card. He was losing to mid card guys.
He was catering.
Yeah, he was glorified catering. But yeah, we all know that that's the reason why this happens, because it's a Saudi Arabia show. I'm surprised Mansoor isn't in this freaking thing. So, but he's not going to win. But if I was, dude, this is just another example of WWE, or in particular Vince, not knowing what they've got. And they got a guy like Mustafa Ali. You let that guy create. You let him be let him just do what he can do. He could be on the level of Rey Mysterio.
Mansoor could still be there on the pre-show.
Oh, jeez. Moving on. Brock Lesnar versus Cody. I can't believe I'm going to say this, because I like Cody. I really like Cody. I really like Brock. I don't give a shit what happens in this match, because it doesn't matter. It literally means nothing. Like you got Brock, who's like the boogeyman of WWE. You know, you've got Cody, who, like I said, they had a chance to make him the next John Cena and they failed. I think deliberately. And then they put him in this nonsensical feud with Brock that makes no sense for this to happen. If Cody had the belt, if he had the straps, then it 100% makes, and it would mean infinitely more than this nothing feud means now. This is everybody. You know what this is? Everybody knows it, and they 100% feel it. This is treading water with Cody until they decide to pull the trigger with him. This is pushing it down the road, kicking the can down the road as far as they can. And everybody knows it, and nobody is into this freaking feud with him, man.
You know, you say like Cody's gonna be fine. Like no one's saying he's ruined, but like if let's say he loses his match and these bad booking decisions continue, I'm not sure he's gonna be fine.
Oh, if they keep doing this, no.
And I don't think this is gonna stop anytime soon.
Well, he's probably gonna win this match. Cody's probably going to win this match. And again, they're making him earn it, which I'm like,
I was almost sure he was going to win until I saw that they're going to send him with a gimmick broken arm to the match. Now I'm not sure.
Yeah, because a broken arm would give him an out. And Brock isn't going to, and actually, now that I think about it, Brock's not going to eat a loss twice.
I said last week I thought Brock was winning to even up the series.
I think Brock. I think you're right. I think I'm changing my opinion on this one.
Yeah.
After I thought about it for a minute, Brock's going to win this, and because they gave Cody an out with the arm, at one of these Saudi Arabia shows. Dude, Braun Strowman is like I don't know why they brought him back, because they brought him back because the gimmick he had was stale and wasn't doing anything. They brought him back and had him doing the same damn thing. But Cody had so much potential winning the Rumble. In his return, this is a real slow barrel to where even if he gets his rematch with Roman, it won't feel it. Oh no. Yeah, it will not be anywhere near as big as it would have been at WrestleMania. Like I said, at WrestleMania, they had the chance to create a moment, as far as wrestling is concerned, they had a chance to create a moment that would have cemented him as the baby face going forward. The face of the company going forward, and they didn't do it.
Not taking anything away from Philadelphia, but you had WrestleMania in LA, Hollywood, everything right there.
Yep.
Boom.
Biggest WrestleMania.
You don't do it. You're gonna do it in Philadelphia next year's WrestleMania,
dude. What do you want me to tell you, man? Dude, there were people thinking there's people thinking that's going to happen at SummerSlam. Yeah, finish the story. Who's writing George R.R. Martin? Yeah, 15 years later.
And you know, Cody versus Brock is the first and second match of the card because Brock gone as soon as
Brock's gonna be in and out and gone
on his jet out as soon as the match is over.
Yep.
He ain't gonna sit there all day waiting.
Yeah, he was there that last time when they all got stuck on the tarmac. He was like, "It ain't gonna happen to me."
No. He was not there with them. He had his
No,
own
I'm
jet.
saying, but he jumped on Vince's plane and took off.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like I said. I think Brock wins this.
Yeah, I don't care if it's WrestleMania extra large. It's not Hollywood.
Yeah. Sammy and
It's not
Kevin.
Hollywood, baby.
Sammy and Kevin versus Roman and Solo. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If they don't have the Usos come out and beat down Roman, or have Solo turn on Roman, if they don't do something like that, they're taking the tag titles.
They're not taking the titles.
I'm gonna tell you, man, I got a bad feeling.
That would look so ridiculous. Like I can almost
Dude,
see like Paul Heyman coming out with like 50 belts.
You freeze up again. Did you freeze up again? I hear you about it. You're not moving.
Yeah, you know what? It's my camera. Hang on, I'll fix it. But see here.
You can go dark like Jack. Oh, there we go. He's dark. Anywho, I see the Usos costing them the tag titles by. Oh, I accidentally hit Roman or accidentally hit Solo and caused the loss of the match.
Oh, so like what they did to you, Sky.
Yeah,
they're trying to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be Sammy and Kevin retaining, but the Usos are going to cost Roman and Solo the match by accident.
What the freaking hell?
No.
I swear to God.
No video, but we can hear you, Rob. So what do you think?
Yeah. Here's the thing. We all know Vince doesn't care about tag team wrestling. Okay? He doesn't. He doesn't give a shit. So, I have a nasty feeling he is going to put that belt on see here. Discord. He's going to put that belt on Roman because he doesn't care. And the Uso, then it's going to be Roman and Solo versus the Usos for the belt. And that they're going to take the belts off of Roman and Solo. And that, like, I get that it sounds stupid. Let me make that very clear. I don't want that to happen, but I get this nasty feeling that it's going to. And yeah, I really do think that that's what they're going to do.
Nope. I think it's the Sammy and KO retaining.
That's what I want to happen. Let me make that very clear. That's what I want to happen. I don't think that's what's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
If Roman wins the tag belt with Solo, we can call the Bloodline the most overpushed faction since the NWO.
Yes.
I think Sammy's gonna pin Solo. So how we get there, I don't know, but I think Sammy's gonna pin Solo.
That's like the smart money. The smart money says that that's pretty much what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like Dylan said. I can see Uso screwing over Solo and Roman, but Solo ends up getting pinned. So Roman keeps his precious streak. I can see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible, but I don't know. I got this, like I said, I have this really, really, really nasty feeling that something really stupid's going to happen.
It could, but and then you have the consolation prize match.
Oh, jeez. Yep.
A Raw superstar versus a SmackDown superstar for a belt that's supposed to be exclusive to Raw.
Yep. So my opinion, like this is nothing against AJ, but AJ's pretty much on his way. AJ's probably done after this run.
Yeah.
They need to put that belt on Seth, and they need to let him. They just need to let him work. Hey, there's my camera.
Seth, Mr. Captain America,
Yep,
freaking Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins. Because I think Seth.
Hey, he's back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think Seth can, and if they let Seth, even though I can't stand his current character, if they let Seth create and they keep that belt on him for a while and they put him in good matches, like I want to see him up against Drew McIntyre. I want to see him up against Kevin Owens. I want to see him up against Gunther. I want to see him in badass matches. Make that belt matter. He can make that belt matter. Is it ever going to be close to the Universal title? No. But he can make the belt matter. I have no faith in them doing that. And I hate and I hate sounding negative about all this stuff. But that's where I'm at with this, man. I have no faith in them to make this belt mean anything. And I think that's part of the reason why they've kept the belts on Roman so long is they don't know. They have no faith. They don't have any faith or any plans on how to book anybody beyond Roman. Because if they did, they would have put that belt on Cody because they would have known, they would have realized the moment that they had. That's just the way I feel about it. And I haven't seen anything that shows me that they have any way of building anybody else up. And that's one of the reasons why, and that's a big reason why guys like Drew McIntyre are looking at possibly leaving. Although the rumor is that they've finally come to an agreement. He and WWE finally come to an agreement, and they're going to sign a new contract. But until I see it,
I don't believe it.
But I don't think so either. I think he's leaving. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's the card as it is now. So if they do have the U.S. title, who's it going to be against? Him versus Bobby?
I guess. But I thought Bobby was going to be being fed to Bronson Reed.
Yeah, or Brian. Yeah, or is it going to be against Bronson Reed? Yeah, Dylan, I agree. I think they got handed to Jim and Cody and went the other way, and now they're paying for it. That's why Roman's in a tag match at a pay-per-view. Roman's in a tag match at a pay-per-view because they don't want him dropping that belt. He ain't dropping that belt until he hits at least 1,000 days.
I thought he was already there.
I'm not sure. I think he's either close or who is it? Someone said that they think they might not let him drop until after he breaks Hogan's record.
1,400 days.
Yeah, dude. That's why they're saying next year.
That's absurd. And I can totally see it though.
I 100% can see
what's funny about it.
I can see him not dropping the belt until SummerSlam next year.
Yeah, if you wait till SummerSlam next year or WrestleMania, almost 2 years from now.
Yeah, dude, they were talking about kicking it down the can 2 years to not next WrestleMania, but the one after.
Yeah, you might as well just forget about Cody.
Just have him beat Bruno then.
Yeah, Bruno bust. Oh my God, he's got what? Dude, he'd have to hold it for like another 5 years to beat Bruno.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, forget that crap. But anyway, that's the prediction for.
He'll be done and in Hollywood before he gets to Bruno.
Yeah, yeah, he'll be gone and yeah, like you said, he'll be gone and in Hollywood before that happens. But anyway, yep, that's it. That's our predictions. I think that's it for anybody. You guys want anything else? Want to talk about anything else? Or
yeah, just fire off your predictions if you want.
Yep. Well, they've been doing that the whole time.
On our site. And then
yeah.
If you're in the Sandusky, Ohio area, check out Colossal Con at Kalahari Resort.
Yep.
It's a good show.
Yep. But appreciate it was here. Hicksville and Dylan, Maldacito, Big Daddy, Courtney, Leg Kick. See if I'm missing anybody.
Did you get Dylan?
Yep, I got Dylan. Appreciate you being here, guys. But yeah, check out the shows, guys. We will see if we were right on these predictions, and we'll talk to you guys. Watch Dynamite tomorrow. Find out what's going on. We're gonna find out if Punk's coming back or not.
The best in the world, baby.
The second coming or the second shitting. We'll find out. But
that's the fourth or fifth at this point.
I'm telling you, man. At this point, I don't even know. I don't even care. Part of me just doesn't care.
I do. It's been fun to see.
Yeah, it's fun to watch a car crash sometimes. But anyway, guys, thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being here, Johnny. And
no problem.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See ya.